Hi guys, today we're gonna talk about the problems that right now is going on in the world, and a lot of countries are economy completely collapsing, and a lot of bad stuff going on, especially with businesses and families who cannot really find a job, support themselves, and as far as government, I see they play the role of the doctor, because if you're gonna take um, a choice, which one we're choosing, we're gonna let economies collapse, or we're gonna have this virus expanding and people will get sick, and there is no, you cannot do either. You have to, obviously you have to pick one, and there is no alternatives here, because if you're gonna help businesses now and people will get sick and virus will expand, in the long term it's gonna damage, we're gonna have big damage. A lot of people will get sick and further, and then economy collapse even more than with trying the government trying to freeze for 2-3 months until for the quarantine, until all these issues will be gone. And they kind of playing the role of the doctor. The doctor is actually, when he performs surgery, it doesn't really pay too much attention on the screams and yelling of the patient. So what they do, obviously they play in that role of the doctor. They're trying to resolve the issue, where even there is a lot of problems comes in businesses, and some businesses will collapse. A lot of businesses, especially small and medium sized, they cannot withhold that kind of impact, to say like 1, 2, 3 months until all these problems will solve. But very important in this time, don't take any loans, and don't postpone the payments, because even if government tell you that you can kind of postpone your payments or salaries or rents, but if you have to pay them, you're gonna be in very big hole and a lot of problems, unless they will take that impact. They will cover this for you. Usually governments, they have to do that, but obviously not every government able, because if you're gonna postpone your payments in 3-4 months, you're gonna owe a lot of money, and you're not gonna able to take all these hits, because the money, when you're gonna go back to your business, don't forget it's gonna take also a couple of months until you start rolling, and it's gonna go back to normal. So it might take another few months, and the months and several months that you didn't pay, if you will have to pay, it's gonna be very big damage to the company. So So try not to postpone any payments or take any loans, especially loans is gonna be critical for the business. Personal loans, any loans. It's very, all this percentage is gonna build up all this money you're gonna owe, you're gonna go bankrupt. There's no way to get out of this hole unless you cut your expenses. This is the best time if all this time your company was kind of selfish, not selfish, but you didn't really, all your competitors, you were trying to fight them, and you were trying to beat them. Now it's the best time when you should get together and kind of support each other. One business can buy products. For example, you can support some restaurant, the restaurant will support your business, but without this mutual support, you're gonna be in worse situation. Now, if you have similar business with the other competitors, you can definitely even like not just support other industries in the business, but you can always this is the best time to support your competitors if they will do the same for you, of course. Also, if you cannot pay your rent, try to find somebody and share your room with someone. Rent part of your room, I guess. Try to minimize your expenses because it's gonna eat very fast all your reserves, all these few months that we have to wait until things will get better. Because as I said in previous video, it might take another 1 to 2 months until it will be over, because in China it's almost over. It was about 2 months early started, so I'm looking about the same time. It shouldn't be longer than that, because otherwise there is no economy will able to hold it. And I see now a lot of businesses already getting closed in different countries, also in America. It's very, very hard for them to hold this stress and all these problems going on. So this is the best time, again, that you partner with other businesses, it's gonna be much easier if you unite. And that's how you can win the war. If you have small, let's say, a group of soldiers, they're not gonna able to fight the enemy's army if it has like 10 times more people than you. So you have to unite with other groups, get together, and with the similar size army or bigger, or at least not much, not twice smaller as the other army, but you will have much more advantage. So the only thing right now that you can win, if you get united, if you make this mutual not agreement, but you like help to other businesses and call, maybe try even to call even businesses that you don't know, talk to them, you help them, they can help you, whoever. A lot of businesses went online right now also, so it's after this virus will be over, I think a lot of businesses maybe can stay online also. I mean, it's I see everybody goes through that Zoom, and everybody, it's it's good, but if the company was online already and they know how business regulates and how to run it online, that's one thing. But if you send your you let your all your employees right now to work from home online, it might not be productive. If they're not used to, it's better to don't even bother with that. It's not gonna work out, because unless you already been online, so they can learn, but you can maybe it takes time. What I mean is, person has to get used to. You have to know how to control it. You maybe has family, kids in his house. Maybe cannot. It's not easy to do it very like right away. Change somebody from the office from offline to online. It takes process like any other business and anything else. So it's good that you can kind of learn that it's possible. So maybe your next step when you reopen your company, you're gonna transfer part of it for versus you had offline office, big maybe office expenses, and now you're able to, now you see that you can transfer your like headquarters in a remote control and online, make it online. So obviously there is a lot of things we can learn from that. A lot of things is gonna harm, is gonna damage economy, businesses, but people can learn how to be more united, not to be too selfish, because every time when there is a big problem like crisis, if you don't know how to unite with other people and become that mutual partnership and agreement and help each other, a lot of you not gonna survive. So maybe it's kind of a lesson we can take from that. If you remember, if you studied or read all these military books, movies, you can see that only unity can overcome the enemy or anything else. So and also, I mean, I'm gonna record another video also. If you have any questions, you can also comment me, because I get quite a few questions into my Instagram messenger, direct messenger, but I don't really answer it from there. I want other people see comments, and they can take advantage of that stuff that they can also learn. Like if I'm answering some questions about psychology or business, other people can take advantage of that too. All right. So see you guys next one. Take care. Stay healthy. Bye.